Skin Club, make the right choice.
Welcome again everyone to FunSpark Ulti 2020. I am Tol and I have a man locked up in the surface behind my back. It's Sir Maniac. Do you remember the old Superman movie where General Zod was locked up in some space prison? He was like in a plate surface flying
Can
in
I
space.
pretend that I remember? Let's
Yeah,
pretend
okay.
that maybe I remember that.
So we're having a great tournament over here. We had 8 teams, $250,000 prize pool, and we have already lost 5 of them. So they get $5,000 and $15,000. And we get to know who will take the main prize. As I said, 8 teams were situated here and already lost 3P, Dignitas, Complexity, EG, and Havel.
Yeah, I mean, we've had a fair amount of surprises in this very exciting tournament, and one of them, maybe the main one, being that Extra Salt coming in from NA is already locked in for the grand final. They are waiting. Today they have this very luxurious position where they can just sit back and relax, watch their next opponent for tomorrow, take a little bit of notes, prepare some plans, and that in itself is a huge surprise for me.
Yeah, and today can be used not only day off, but you can just relax, watch your opponent's game, make some preparation, and have a better sleep, I think. Because both last days were exhausting for teams, and now we're having a matchup by forZe and Big.
Yeah, you're right. It's been, I don't want to say exhausting for teams, but what is sure is that the teams that we still have in the tournament, Extra Salt, forZe, and Big, have played a decent amount of Counter-Strike over the week, and I think they are finally warmed up to play their best Counter-Strike. We've seen some teams maybe trying stuff out, feeling out the field, seeing how other teams would be reacting, but now we have teams actually finding their groove, and it bodes very well for a hard day of Counter-Strike.
I was not talking that much about physical performance of the teams, but more about how emotional those games were. They were not only long because of tech pauses and something like that, they were that close as they could be, and I haven't seen the closer ones in such a tier, and that is great that we can see these CIS from these teams. So we are seeing Big, very vocal from Tapson, for example. We're seeing some calm performance from forZe, and I think this matchup is gonna be great. And we're starting with the intros of our teams, and you pick one.
Okay, let's go for Big this time.
What a tournament for Big! Almost every game they struggled, they showed how strong they are, and now they are here over in Consolidation final.
Yes, and they are an opponent that you do not want to face right now, because I truly feel like Big have gradually improved, or rather found their rhythm throughout this tournament, right? It started with quite shaky performances, troublesome CT sides, individuals not really doing what they were supposed to do. First, it was just a Surson show, right? Surson was saving everyone in these first few maps, and then now you have individuals shining, finding their grooves. And Tares had a monstrous performance versus Harvey. 1.71 rating in the best of 3, which is a very, very scary prospect if you're going up against them. So now might be the worst time possible to face Big, because if this was a diesel engine, then now they're really running.
Yeah, we had a day, as you said, where Quito, where Season was one of the best. Yesterday it was Centaurus. We had one day of Quito performance, and if these three players will perform the level they can, at the same time, nobody will want to face them. And their opponent is forZe, so let's see their intro video. What a way to show you new lineup. They are like one step away from the final of a huge tournament with 250,000 prize pool.
Yeah, I think the gamble as Zordi and Kenzie is really paying off. I've been quite excited from what these two new players have to offer. They've been together with this lineup now for 2 months, and I think the story for forZe throughout this FunSpark Ulti tournament is that they refuse to give up. They absolutely refuse to give up in any game. Do they play the cleanest Counter-Strike and the most polished Counter-Strike? No, I don't think so. But they can win any single round. They have individuals, Flit in particular, who will actually turn around situations because he's being super aggressive at the time where all hope seems lost. I have so many rounds in mind against Extrasol where it feels like Extrasol is going to win the round, and then someone in forZe steps up, goes for a crazy move, turns around the situation, and then they win it. You can never count them out of any round. They are very resilient, they are very aggressive when they have to, and once their back's against the wall, they become like a dangerous animal.
Yeah, and Jerry, what an IGL to have. He is stepping up individually from time to time. He is a very smart player who can just turn the pace into another level. He can find other levels, other ways to enter sites and etc. As you remember on Inferno, they had, I don't know, like 5 rounds where they had a CT player coming to B when they were attacking, just fighting the waves to enter the arc and go through CT and then enter B. This is great, you know, and I want to see the maps to find out what are we going to face.
Okay, so for now, finally, I think I'm starting to understand what's happening. So Big letting Train go, that's not a risk versus forZe, not a huge risk. So they remove Inferno, that makes sense. forZe is going to go for their natural ban, Vertigo, otherwise would have been punished. The only surprise I see in that video so far is the fact that forZe went for Nuke.
Yeah.
That in itself is something that scares me just a little bit. We've seen that they can play the map against Extrasol, but they've had a few weaknesses on their T side. Big's going for Dust 2, that's their go-to map. They play really good on it. They've been winning all the time. That makes sense. But if you go to Mirage, then that would be a banger of a third map, because Mirage is at the top of the list for both these teams. Both teams really like to play Mirage. They're extremely good at it. So if we make it to 3, that's going to be a banger.
So let's get back to our viewers and find out what they think. Vote right now in the chat, !B for Big and F for forZe. So we'll get to know what do you guys think. I would guess, I would say Big are my favorite for this matchup. Because of the map veto also, they seem to be a bit stronger on 2 or 3 maps for me, so that's Big for me.
Yeah, I'll follow you on that, Big, mostly because they left us with a feeling of power against Havu, right? Remember, we hyped up Havu as this up-and-coming team, and they were playing such good Counter-Strike, such good map pool, and then Big just looked at them and squashed them like a bug on a window, right? They squashed them, literally. There was never any discussion in that game. Big was a better team individually, tactically speaking, one step ahead of Havu in every single dimension, so it left us with that idea of like, holy moly, okay, Big are actually playing the good Counter-Strike now. They're activated. And if you tell me that they're going to play the 100% that they can, I don't believe any team in this tournament can stop them. Big is a team that whose high were basically the first spot in the HLTV ranking. It's a team that's been at the top at the moment, or for a while, not at the moment. And as we can see right there in the predictions, everyone seems to be on board the Big train.
Yeah, like jackpot over there. Yeah, and the big are like some well-oiled car that's just getting more and more speed every time, and they are harder to stop through every game. There's so much drive in what they do, these rounds won by Searson, sometimes even Tapson, a lot of rounds by Centaurus, especially on Duster. They are just hyping the team up, they're pumping, and they are doing job greater and greater time after time. So, the first one will be Dead as 2. What are your thoughts about this one?
Well, I think that the main talking point has to be about Beak's defense, because if you remember last time we saw them, Zentaris and Kido on the B bomb side were struggling massively to hold the B split. Massively. It was always a problem. So much so that Zentaris actually changed position at the end. That's how he came back into the game. He started playing towards the A side, and that's where he got a couple of kills. But against Complexity, that B split was abused time and time again. So I'm looking forward to seeing if they have come up with a couple of solutions. Because no matter if they won, which is great, by the way, but that Dust 2 against Complexity was very messy. We're talking individuals stepping up massively to save situations that should never have happened. Like, I have a 2v5 on the A side where Searson and Tapson are catwalk together, and they're basically dead. They're supposed to be sandwiched on, and then out of a hat, they pull the rabbit, they kill everyone. And I just don't see it that as a blueprint they can repeat. So Big's defense has shown some weaknesses on Dust 2, specifically the B arch. So keeping an eye on this one.
So do you expect Zentaris to be rotated from B to A at the start of the game, or maybe he'll just stay on B side and try to do what he can?
I guess they will stick with what they know. I believe they will stay with the current positions and maybe come up with a spontaneous ad hoc solution if need be. I don't believe that they've had failures or an enough amount of failures to justify changing the positions right now. We saw how they were struggling on Nuke, which is also something we're going to have to see throughout this series because it's forZe's map pick. I would like to see Big just sticking with their guns, stick with the composition, stick with the roster and the positions you have right now. If you need something, just come up with a plan on live, why not? But don't change position at a time.
Yeah, and that is one with the case. Oh, it's 84.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's what I told you. They impressed, and I think psychologically speaking, they left a mark. That win versus Havu was so clean, so powerful. Like, it was a lot of authority and dominance coming out of Big. And people are looking at it now and thinking, okay, that's the 100% Big right now. They're winning this, so I can understand. It's a bit harsh for forZe, but I can understand it.
Yeah, and feels like our viewers know something more than we do. So the game is about to begin, and I wanted to say that Big are starting T side. We talk about Zentaris on CT side. What should we expect from Big when they are playing their attack? What will they try against the forZe lineup?
It's quite simple. Right now, Searson is the best entry fragger of the tournament by a very large margin. I'm talking about 1.44 ratings, which is completely stupid, by the way. It's so high of a number. He basically wins more than 70% of every duel he takes. That is a ridiculous number of Counter-Strike. So I'm sure that they're going to try and use Searson as much as possible. Look at also keep an eye on for like the spawns he's gonna have towards A long, peeking through these doors. Maybe they have this triple boost on the B side to grab a kill. Other than that, I feel like Big is a team that plays heavily towards the A pincer move, taking catwalk, taking long, depending on what they can. But I will definitely keep an eye on Searson. He's been the one opening up the rounds for them.
Yeah, and I also feel like Big will take the map, not even letting forZe take the double digits. That much for me, Big are favorites on Dead as 2. So our casters are already there, and they are anxiously waiting for the game. So don't make them wait. It's Harry and Hugo.
Yeah, don't make us wait, man. Yeah. Don't make us wait. Like, we got Hugo. Hugo, you just gained employment somewhere. Can you move your blazers?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Come on, man. Don't sideline the...
Look,
there we go.
It's
Look,
a big deal.
NASA, right. Okay, here we go. We got an official NASA representative here today. Hugo, which one of these teams is taking us to the stars?
Nice. I don't know, Harry. You know, we've got to do the science, do the tests. I don't know anything else about NASA, but I think Big are favourites, right? We saw our predictions.
Yeah.
Everyone's falling in the favour of Big, and yet for good reason, right? Like since hitting this lower bracket, these guys have been unleashed. Like Extra Salt, I actually really want to see that rematch. Our game yesterday between forZe and Extra Salt was amazing, but to get Big, who got bullied day one by Extra Salt, to come all the way through the lower bracket, eliminating so many teams, and then come back up and face them in the final, oh, that would be spicy. So let's see if we get them there, or if forZe give us that rematch that we so gratefully deserve, because that game yesterday was also sick. forZe CT side start on Big's pick. It's Dust 2, and up cat they go. Jerry tries to take it. Hot pursuit. Oh, that's a nice save. Zori. Ulti right, Big down, but flip from low helps out, and forZe crunch into middle, collapse upon Big. It goes well for a moment, but then the P250s come out, and Big going swinging, pistol round in their pocket. I like the idea for forZe, honestly, even though it doesn't go their way. Crunching mid, everyone fighting, but denied by Big, and that's the pistol round.
Yeah, you can see, right, the midnight odds. Don't worry, they'll be here all night.
You get it?
They put this in favour of Big.
Yeah.
And you know, I think that's justifiable. I think, you know, you at least look at like name brand recognition, and Big are definitely the favourites there.
Yeah.
Right, but we've had some great performances out of forZe at this event. Like, you know, they kind of showed up, and I think a lot of people were ready to write them off from day one. I mean, hell, I was one of those people.
Yeah.
I was the party I'm talking about, and that's largely because, you know, the time since forZe were like up there in contest for, you know, bridging the gap between, you know, tier 1 and tier 2. It's been a long while since then, and there's been roster changes on the way, a slew of kind of rough results for forZe, but they've been really impressive here, so I don't think we can count them off just yet. This is an anti-forZe buy, or an anti-forZe buy. We know that forZe are pretty proficient at getting these over the line, so it's not a free round by any stretch of the imagination for Big. Coming down to this 2-on-3, they do just tuck in and stop giving the fights over now, and I think this is the perfect decision to have made. forZe, you know, kind of dawns on them, all right, we're not getting given these engagements anymore. They try to get out of here and save. And so Big, they do get onto a second round.
Yeah, forZe will take it, at least getting away with some guns. But yeah, I agree with what you mean when you were talking about, you know, expectations coming into this tournament. But I think that puts all the more credit to forZe's name in being able to beat both Cole and VP, right? Two of the top dogs, two of the big boys in this tournament. This would be the third. So, is it attainable? Is it achievable? Because that grand final is lying in wait. Map advantage as well to Extra Salt in this. So, it's going to be hard for whichever of these two teams meets them there. forZe on land now. So mobile, they're everywhere.
They are everywhere, aren't they? That's a very different setup to where we've been used to seeing forZe. I miss the blue desks. Kind of. They were pretty ugly.
Yeah, they're in a LAN in Orel, I've heard, so that's kind of cool. Never stop playing CS.
Where would that even be, Hugo?
That's a bit into Russia, Harry, a bit deeper than Moscow, which they were in before. But regardless, like, yeah, these guys don't stop playing CS, and that's part of the grind. Big know it better than anyone, right? Last year, Big were the team in the top 30 to play the most maps of Counter-Strike. And I say top 30, I don't think anyone below top 30 would have beaten that either, right? In terms of official HLTV credited matches. So Big were number one in the world for that. So the grind, forZe are joining them on it. Right now, they're collapsing on this B-bomb site. Do they really want to give this a go? The time is ticking, and there's no kit to play with. It might just be the save. It's annoying because you've got 5-on-3, right? But you're so out of position, and Big aren't giving you the kills. forZe just back out with a bunch of exits. You can save on the car here. Big will be able to get away with their guns. The forZe actually might come back in late. Oh, look, they're very hungry. They know the only place you can save on B is the car, so hunt him down, chase him, and get him out of this spot. One kill out of the two remaining, but that's a really good round from forZe, honestly. The pistols, the armor, and they saved some AKs. They damaged the economy of Big. And so winning this next round will put Big on a bit of a broken bye. So forZe got to capitalize on the damage they've done.
Yeah, with forZe being, different location at this little LAN, it does kind of beg the question, did they imagine they were going to get this deep in the tournament, right? Is this come as a bit of a surprise to forZe as well?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that that's a shock, I think...
No, you're trying to play in everything you can if you're a team like forZe.
You'll take it no matter what. Oh, even with the flash, Searson, not blinded by it, gets away with that kill. And so a bit of an aggressive move from forZe and Searson. Well, as Maniac just said, highest entry stats in this event, 1.44 rating on that. So not someone to be messed with. On Dust 2 with the AWP, what we're going to see from Searson as well is a lot of like mid-pushing, going through the doors and AWPing into spawn. He was doing that the other day. Nice kill from Jerry. Late off the flash, finding Xantares. But Searson, again, always has something to say, doesn't he? Trading that kill. Flip, dead on the site. He's going to get swung from CT. So zorti is keeping this round alive, but he's getting pinched from the catwalk. And the AWP of Searson is not stopping. Can he find a fourth? No. Kenzie now with the train. While he lands, Kenzie's up and past it into the jaws of Tizian. So big on to 4. And that's a bit of a screwed round anyway, right? forZe, they lose that first fight on Cat. They try and regress to trade things back out. And while that gets them on, Big just accelerate into A.
I think it's interesting, this new identity of Big that we're getting, right? The fact that Inferno has been like their go-to ban, now letting Train through, now looking like they want to try and bring that into the pool and sacrifice Inferno. And I think that makes some semblance of sense for this squad. We've seen Inferno become a bit of a problem for them.
Yeah, forZe are really good at that map as well, right? So I wouldn't want to pull that into this series either.
Oh, zorti at the car. zorti might have to get naughty here with this AWP. He's homed in, he's scoped up, he's ready for players to come round the corner. The molly on the car only repositions him slightly, but spammed out of the round by Keto. It's a big trade flag as the one gun in the round is dropped out in no man's land. Flit attempts to cross to get it. I think that's a little bit ballsy, to be honest, with so many players looking down long. That just offers up a freebie to Big.
And now they post up, right? Searson is in no hurry. He's going to throw those cross smokes in with his team, and now Kenzie getting through it with a flashbang. Everyone's blind, and he gets one. Almeza helps out, but really Big are so ready for all of that. Searson picks up another AWP kill, and the kills come to them. Big, good round on the board, up to 5 now. No problem on this T side, and that has been their bread and butter, right? The T sides in this tournament have been, sublime for Big, and that is part of the reason why Searson has, such capable numbers on finding these opening picks. It'll be far easier when you choose where you're going, you pick where you're fighting. Searson sees the jump, but he won't take the shot. zorti's back on the AWP, and he's been an exciting prospect, right? Big boots to fill with Z-Power gone from this team, but for good reason was zorti picked up. Him and Kenzie looking like clutch players. One for the future, perhaps, but right now in the present, Big are pushing up Cat.
Yeah, they've also got this tunnels control, right? So the options are kind of open to Big here. Wherever they find success, they can look to pick up the pace on the back of it. Also, on the back of maintaining control at long and tunnels, it makes it really, really hard for forZe to get any information in this round, right? If you try pushing anything, you're going to be running into one of these 2 lurk players. Big have really solidified this mid control. And even though they're still set up on the catwalk, this doesn't have to be an A commitment out of Big. They could just as easy drop into a mid to B. They can see what this tunnels player can get away with. But instead, they're going to look to use it like the other way around, right? They throw a mid to B smoke. Oh. They have your player in tunnels making some noise, attempting to sell this fake, but forZe have pushed the tunnels, so they won't fall for this. They catch Xantares lurking in middle, and the numbers now start to dwindle for Big. Down to 3. A quick look out. Zorzi deals with Tizian. Keto brought down low and is now the only man remaining for the big boys. Caught from Kenzie on the fast trap, and there it is. forZe break their silence. They get their first round up on the board.
I mean, that was a pretty screwed round anyway from Big, don't get me wrong, but Tizian, man, I think it was him with a Khalil on top of default, jumping up to kill the AWP, whiffs the shot, and gets flicked on. Obviously, you know, around that, the round is perfect for forZe. As soon as Xantares leaves up a B, I don't know if he runs, but Kenzie gets aggressive and clears out all that position, and that allows Flit to kill Xantares in rotation in mid, right? He's so ready for that spot. So forZe were more than, you know, informed about that A play. And with all the damage that forZe have done, right, these eco rounds coming down to close 2vx's, well, Big, they lose 1 and they're broke. 2 AKs and a scout, 2 pistols even. So this is going to be a lot harder for Big than some of these previous rounds, especially with the AWP still in play on the ramp. Perfect round for a mid to be, if I say so myself. Kenzie and Flit running that site though, so no easy targets. We're going to drop into the smokes and they're going to run right up towards the door. Kenzie, can he flash out, get out in time? He's been caught in the doorway, and Keto with the entry. It's Flit and Jerry coming through the smoke to help out, dropping the bomb in middle. And Keto has left it alone, but he jumps up to try and regain lost ground. Another kill, buying room for Xantares to make a move.
Yeah, but this bomb's been dropped in middle. They've got to fight for it. However, right now they're doing a damn good job. It's Zorti's AWP versus Xantares, and given one opportunity, how many more? Xantares with the wide swing. And Zorti not ready for the immediate repeat.
I say.
Big somehow salvaged that round, right? From a 2-on-4 out of Keto and Xantares.
Man, smooth stuff for Keto. Like he doesn't care. He's all about the objective. The bomb gets dropped, and his pathing is great. He runs right up door, gets into the window, gets another, drops the molly, and then Xantares is able to help out as well. Just trading peaks one after the other. And Big, even with the broken buy, the mid to B has everything they need. They're looking ferocious right now. Great individuals out of Big. Back up Cat they go with a vengeance. More pistols for forZe. These rounds can get out of control, but Big played their cards right into this A site. Need to do some good damage, but there's another opener for CIS. Almeza, great deep shot. Is that going to deter Big, who are now trapped on the catwalk, flanked as well? USP kills even coming in, and it's another 2-on-4 for Big, but they've already just won this one. Now it's all on Tabson, getting 2 up on the long side. He's lost the bomb though. They've retrieved guns. Tabson needed that to be clean, and it's anything but. 2 rounds for forZe, and the pistols will do it justice. Here, the team decides.
Oh,
you ever thought about that?
Just noticed that in the background, Hugo. What does it mean? That's pretty deep.
Yeah, the team decides, Harry.
Little tack pause for Big. Always say it, but the guy you want to keep an eye on here is definitely Tabson. Where's Tizian going?
Just for a quick stroll, man. Just
he's getting a beverage. No?
Yeah, he go on.
Did he?
Yeah. Little can.
Well, put your cans in the air for Tizian.
Oh. Well.
Yeah, we've had to take a few timeouts for players having to go use the can, as it were. I felt like all throughout this event, we just see force buys working wonders for the teams that do them. And Big are hoping that that kind of trend, that stroke of luck, can go their way here and now. They've got some pistols, they've got some armor. CIS saving money so he can bring the AWP out come the next rifle round.
I just looked at the LAN that forZe just won today, by the way. They beat a Russian mix or team. I don't want to call them a mix. I don't really recognize the team, but the name I do recognize is Hardwell, rather. Long time no see. That was casted by Zeus, so kind of cool. forZe with 1 LAN victory, looking for an online victory as well. Looking to double down today, but this round should be fairly simple. Full force had a big, right? Like, just doubling down, but they've not got a lot to show for it. Almeza finding the long pick or a push, and now Big walking out mid with the bomb on Cat. This is interesting. Oh. Centaurus is in the CT smoke. It's going to fade, and he's blind. Freebie from Jerry. Bomb up Cat, 1 out long. I mean, this is just you getting fragged left, right, and center. No Deagles even, it's P250s, and they can't get around corners. Not a shot connects for Big, and that's a nice confidence boosting round for forZe yet again.
I just had to try and sneeze really quietly. I hope you didn't hear that,
No, I didn't.
Hugo.
There's a mute button though, Harry.
Yeah, I tried to kind of signal, you know, it was very sudden. I could have come over, but
Yeah.
I had to hold my nose to keep sneezing, and now my eye feels like it's popping out. My eyes pop out of my head, Hugo. Don't bring it up. Don't make a joke out of it.
I'll
We
call
just
the
carry
coroner.
on like professionals. This is a little Glock round. And this was the little Glock round, brought to you by Big. forZe up onto 4. Another flawless one out of them. Great stuff. I don't know, man. I don't even know who I want to make the final out of these two teams, if I'm being brutally honest, right?
Storylines for
I think both of them could deserve it, right? For Big, it's a sick idea that they've had to like fight through this lower bracket, right? Always with pressure on them. And for forZe, it's just surprising that they're kind of here in the first place, doing so damn well. I'm all for more CIS squads, you know, getting our attention, getting our eyes on the CIS region. This round, though, has been opened up by CIS, and Big is setting up with 3 over towards this B bomb site. They're even moving a player back through T-spawn, maybe going to come join them.
Oh, forZe know what they're doing though. Big grouped B, a smoke came down for Kenzie at the right time, and forZe are trying to regain the mid info. They're also very close to rotate B. Big making noise out middle. Jerry's got to watch out. Or backs to the other side, and Jerry plays close. This is a nice setup for forZe, especially considering Big don't have any long or cat control. And now B is reinforced. 2 players there. Big still interested, still invested, flashing out mid. Jerry back in the spawn with his AK. He's going to smoke here, but oh my goodness, what a shot from Keto. Forget B. Up cat instead with this long lurk of Tizia. They've made the right read. They've drawn the rotates to B, and now it's only Almeza left in the site.
Yeah, he's good for the first. They need to flush him out. They've got to deal with this Goose player, and CSM will. Bomb now going down, and for forZe, I imagine it's just a save, right? You don't like having to make these decisions, but you're not really left with much else in a round like this. CSN, once again being a nuisance with his AWP, right? Using it to extract openers for Big out of the round. Keto extends that advantage even further, and at which point, it kind of leaves forZe having a gamble stack players over towards mid and B. Just Almeza alone in that A site. And really, like, you needed, for these two to want to even give it a go, you needed like at least a 2-for-1 out of him there. The fact that he just goes one and done before getting traded, you know, while it's kind of like, you know, the average result that you might expect, wasn't enough to set you up for the round. So Big secures 7. And perhaps most importantly for Big's longevity here, they keep 4 players alive as well.
Yeah, we've already seen the effect of Big getting reset right and broken after just a couple of lost rounds, so they don't want to fall back into that same case. Building into this T side though, a good half right now, 7-4. Where will they go? forZe with some cat boosting as well. Want to take more mid control. Citizen's there to deal death. Centaurus lurking B upper as he has been most rounds. And even with the cat boost, they won't aggress into mid. They just hold off on this aggro setup, which will get mollied off, pushing forZe back. Big again, bomb outside long. So even if they get a mid pick, even if they pressure this B bomb site, it looks like it will be ending A. Almeza, flash in, checks mid, sees nothing. There's many players round corners. Keto finally bested first, but he does get a kill right before it. CIS with a shot through the wall. Oh, how did Big make this so easy? Molly is so well timed. Jerry was about to pounce on Xantares and crash into the middle, but he gets mollied off, and Xantares spots Kenzie deep in B. CIS, another kill, just add it to the tally, tick it off on your box, and now a 2-on-4 when they know they've got a locked-in B player into this 1v1. Xantares is not in a hurry to fight it, just playing with his food, making sure Kenzie doesn't recommit. As CIS waits for another kill, he might get it from Jerry. Almost walks out into his death. But might still, after all, the gap is good for Jerry and he gets a kill. And now Big want B.
Oh, Tizian. Holding. There it is. Flash through for Jerry. But it falls too deep. And now Kenzie, as he's given up the B site, Xantares finally deals with the player he kept trapped in tunnels all that time.
That hurts.
Yeah, that's a little bit sad, right? You get the opener. Things are looking good. And then, you know, Almeza, sus as he is, ejected from play down in mid. Almongus. That one doesn't really work. Ooh. Nice little trade work out long. More where that came from. And Xantares, along with Tabson, are here to take long under big control. Flit rotating up. He is going to get here nice and early, at least. If you are looking for silver linings, it's that forZe should have both players ready to embark on this retake as soon as that bomb gets into the site. And Kenzie fast wrapping long so quickly, in fact, the Big weren't entirely ready for it. Tabson wits about him and smoke spam to complete the round. Him and Xantares do it just between the two of them.
Okay, Xantares is on one today, right? Like, obviously, CIS is taking a lot of glory with this orb, but Xantares is so methodical. He's getting every single trade. He's holding every single aggressive play being made here in middle. And I like how forZe are doing a lot of grouping and just trying to trade kills, but right now it's only working for Big. From the pistol, right? From the get-go, forZe are pushing up with 5 players in mid, but man, Big are just dealing death in every direction. Another one for CIS, and have some humanity, man. Give them a chance. And there's no way forZe can win this round with Big going up long as well. The scout hits a tag, but Big are getting closer for the second.
Yeah, you know, we might have seen these FunSpark rounds work in the past. But on the back of going a man down, I mean, actually, the scout is finding a lot of, like, chip damage onto these long players. I don't want to say that this could get out of hand, because then it inevitably won't, but it definitely could get out of hand.
I'm glad to know that now it won't.
Everyone getting tagged up,
yo, that's
including Kenzie. Now, they don't know about Jerry's deagle. They find out about it, but a little too late. Jerry! Oh! Jerry! Leave him alone! He's killing them where they stand! Jerry! On for the ace! Just a D in a dream! And he's done it! Almeza to complete the round!
Yeah, like we said, like we expected. Like, obviously that was a forZe round. There was never a chance for Big Man.
What is going on with FunSpark in this game? I feel like they're just destined to win.
FunSpark for a reason, man. Clues in the name.
It's not even just forZe, though, right? Think about Dignitas's Deagles, Dignitas, FunSpark. You know, we've had it all.
But I'd say, you know, forZe have been the most consistent in this tournament at winning these rounds. Like, every second round, they lose all the pistols. They win every second round. They didn't in this game, but Moriko wins us a second. Ah, dear. What do you do there if you're Big? I felt like they could have just committed on that cross way earlier, but they got so scared off by the scout, using the smoke to get up the ramp, and then they give a lot of 1v1s to Jerry. Obviously, his scout damage certainly helped with some of those body shots, but damn, dude. Also, nice double molly for Big. They throw a molly from the car onto Cat, and then they throw the one from Long over the wall, the roof, into Cat as well. Kenzie gets double molly pushed out, but it doesn't change anything, does it? Just gives Jerry more fights, and he takes them all. Still a good spot to be in for Big, but forZe have crafted a path for a 6-round half. Double orb to do it, and CIS obviously gets the opener. All too familiar territory now. He's so sick, it's crazy. Tizian holding Long. Almaze has walked right through. He has no idea how the hell has that happened. Tizian watching the smoke, and now Almaze flanking. And they hear him. They deal with him. Tizian saying, sorry guys, I don't know how that happened. Oh my goodness, now he's in Long. Almaze never knew that Tizian was there either, right? So he's a surprise to Zorti, who's pushed up way further than Zorti could imagine. Looking like the 10-round half is inevitable at this point. The B player of Kenzie, who's really been left on his lonesome, avoided all game, now has to do the impossible. CIS looking for his 4th kill, and he might just peek in and find it.
Oh yeah, there it is. The swing from CIS solidifies the 10-5 half for Big. You can't not love what we've been getting out of CIS in this game right now. If he can keep these entries up, this might start to look a little bit scary. Big, they're looking for a victory here, but can they get it? Find out in a moment. And we are back, and it's a fast, long play. By the looks of things here, out of forZe, CIS does have support up on the catwalk. Flashes start to rain in, but he loses Antares down in CT. Jerry up close, the flashes. Oh my god, everyone can't see a thing. CIS dead after 1. 2-on-2 as the A site falls under forZe control. There's an execute smoke here dropped in by Tabson. Often you throw one of these in as a T player when you're looking to get into this A bomb site, but it's going to help much in the same way in this retake. Oh. Tabson reroutes around to the long side, and Keto domes Jerry back in A. Great setup in the 2v2, right? They know they've got plenty of time. The kit was dropped in the site by CIS. And so they split up after dropping that short smoke. They wrap into the site. The late long flank is not accounted for at all by forZe.
Yeah, Kenzie just checked it like 5 seconds prior, and then Tabson comes up long a little bit later, right, and just runs the entire way. Timing's good for him. And Big are also scary in those 2v2s, man. You never know what they're going to do. Rerouting for Tabson's a great play there as well. And that's a retake. That's a pistol round, both in this map so far for Big. Will forZe find another force? They've certainly gone for it. Galil's heavy on this T side. Defaulting early in this round as well, spread out. Info jump for Santaras over the smoke. Flick tries to spam him, but he's not taking the bait. Meanwhile, Tabson in the middle might have something to do, as these smokes could come in. Actually, I say there's only 2 smokes in the entire round for forZe. Jerry and Almaze, so not going to rush to use some contact play to start the round. Walking out middle. Tabson re-aggresses. Jerry's got the kill though. 1 HP. Whoa. Yeah. take that for sure. Look at the aggression though. Tizian's pushed up on long side. He doesn't want to commit, as forZe haven't either, right? They didn't push off of that B kill, the CT kill rather. So they're resetting, they're regrouping, they're trading the scout over, and Tizian doesn't want to aggress into his own death. And he's rightly, thinking that as forZe have regrouped on long, making steps. Tizian knows what's coming.
Yeah, even though he knows, it's still rough, right? The flashbang sets up ZORTY very, very nicely to open this round up, and now they know they've got CIS trapped at the car. He dies to kenzie. The rotations are in for Big, but they might be ready to concede. They fight for the CT cross, and both players churned up by kenzie. Means forZe steal away a forSpy here. All right.
Yeah.
All right. A little more exciting. A little more invested. Oh, the midnight odds have widened even more as well. Big, even heavier favourites than they were at the start of this game. And CIS with the opener. This time it's a scout through the mid doors onto ZORTY. There was nothing that ZORTY could have done different to stop that. CIS scout is something to be marvelled at. There are some scout players who will like paint you full of damage. CIS someone who's just remorseless in the headshots. Out through long, kenzie's able to keep it in a 3-on-3, but does get brought down low in the process. So it's not an easy round still for the side of forZe. Numbers equal on either side, and Keto up close in middle gets bested by Flit. Now maybe a chance to move into this B bomb site, but the bomb is out through the long doors. That's not going to happen. Instead, it's into CIS and Scout. Scary man to try and fight when he's holding this little spruce goose flying high back of the site. Brought down low and finished off by kenzie. The round is locked in for forZe.
I think the nade from Flit would have done it if he wasn't domed by kenzie on long already, but kind of trapped out on a limb there. Got a bit scary when you saw the scout in the 2v3, but forZe deal with it well. Constant cat pressure means CIS can't swing and fight long. They come to him, and that's not what you want as a scout, right? You want to be the one peeking. You're so mobile with that gun. Your movement speed is so quick. It's almost like old school AWP. Remember the good old days? I certainly do. JW tier, W holding, and Big have done some of that in this round as well. Push towards the top, middle, and lower.
The AWP nerf that you're alluding to back. Oh, hang on a sec. There was
I wanted
more.
a knife.
Yeah, I reckon maybe even double knife, mate.
Double knife's optimistic.
Double knife.
What were you going to say about the AWP?
I was going to say, if I'm not mistaken, right, didn't the AWP nerf happen on April Fool's Day? It was like the 1st of April when they did it, because I swear everyone was hoping it was a joke at first. Like when they nerfed the movement speed. I don't recall that, but I'm not. Yeah, you could be right. I'm gonna double check it. Hang on.
That's so Valve, isn't it? That's so Valve. Yeah, I don't think I've ever really been as good at the game as I was back when the AWP was, fast. Movement was fast. I don't think I've ever recovered financially, spiritually. So, keeping it low and slow is the name of the game here. Not just for the AWP, but for forZe. Set towards B. I say that, they look like they want to explode. A dribble smoke, right out of the tunnels. And here they go, they're going to use it to get aggressive. The spam, the spray from Keto is good. Kill early, flash out for Xantares. He uses the cover of the car, and he waits for this cross. Jump up is nice for Almason, but the bomb comes tumbling down. And Xantares needs one more. He doubles up instead. That'll do, Xantares. 4 in the round, perhaps. The nade is good for Xantares. He's just better. Flip finally finds it. 2-on-1. Bomb is loose. He's going to get aggressive if he kills Tizian. Well, I was going to say CIS will swing. Not needed. What a hole for Xantares. That lineup. He did not need that many kills to make that round viable, but he gets everything and then some.
Oh, so yeah, I did just double check, Hugo.
You're wrong.
It was like the night of the 31st of March going into the 1st of April.
Plausible deniability.
They shipped the update. I just remember because at first, I think especially for guys like Kenny S, he was thinking like, this isn't real. They'll put it back.
What are you talking about? Yeah, that hurts, man. That hurts. Someone made a mod with all the most unbalanced modes, or most unbalanced moments with all the guns, right? So the Apocalypse, the Krieg at its peak, the CZ.
CZ. Oh, you remember when the CZ was just good?
What else was broken at some point?
R8 when it first dropped.
That's actually probably the best. Yeah, obviously Orb Fast. Were there any others that I'm missing? Any obvious ones? I mean, there's been damage changes for like headshots for pistols and stuff. Ooh, that's an interesting smoke from Big. Where did that come from? Out of nowhere. Hands on the catwalk. They're going to have to aggress. They're going to double down, commit into A. Tabson calling for help from the Orb. He gets one though, swinging out with a flash. Tabson two before he dies. Now Searson joins the party, dodging another flash, but not dodging the death. Bullet will finish him off, and now a 3-on-2 with the Orb in the post plant. forZe are scary.
Yeah, Molly short side denies this peak for the time being and allows Flit to focus all his attention down into CT. But look at Long, look at this push up. They're already in the site, and Zorti looking aware of this possibility. No, crossed in the smoke, blindsided by Tizian. That would have been a gnarly flick.
Yeah. He was dead on.
I saw Tizian just sprinting up Long, and I was thinking, well, no one's seen him yet, right? No one knows he's there. And, you know, just a second off of hitting the timing for Zorti.
Also, again, Xantara's in spawn. Like, he's throwing a smoke, he's throwing a flash for Tizian. The guy on the site sees him, and then he just gets Xantara's peaked. Like, he's holding, and then deleted by a FAMAS. Great run for Tabson as well. Able to get two, right? You didn't have the Orb helping out, really, just lining up flashbangs, and Tabson still finds a 2-for-1 on that cat cross. 13-8. forZe going a bit quiet here now. Can't afford to. They've got a hero AK and a bit of a broken rifle round. And attack time out first. Good time for it. Have a bit of a chat. Because this could be one of your last chances in Big's map pick.
Yeah, we can see Jerry, you know, looking down the line, trying to get everyone inspired, trying to get everyone believing again. Tabson's clearly got no issue with that in the big boy side of things. Right, this is a really nice recovery out of Big, just all tournament long, keeping it up, not letting the pressure of being, you know, one series loss away from elimination this entire time get to them. I don't think they're about to start having that happen now. There is this force spy for forZe, and hell, if history likes to repeat itself so much, I'd be getting worried for Big. Jerry actually hits the hinge smoke, yeah. We've seen him miss that hinge smoke a lot, but now he's got it down pat, he's got it sorted. Well done, Jerry. Woo.
Oh no.
Oh dear. So, the force spy from forZe finds the opener, and now they sit in a 5-on-4.
Yeah, it's not actually that bad of a force.
No, force is like very, very generous, right?
I just saw an AK with Eagles, and so I thought that they would eco, but they fully bought around it. But yeah,
still, this is everything they've got, right?
It digs a hole.
It's the full force that you could bring into this round. Almeza.
Is he going to fall for that? Tabson just jumped in the corner behind the door and then crossed out last second. He's going to check it, but Tabson's not in a position to kill him as he clears it. So it feels like that doesn't really work. Like, the bait is nice for Tabson, but he doesn't play off of it. And so Almeza walks out looking at the worst angle, and Tabson's tucked. So Almeza knows where he has to be. Damn, dude. If he was a bit wider, that would have been a freebie for Tabson. And this could have been a 3-on-3 instead. Locked out of this round. Searson. Leave him alone. Cross shot. That's why you need two smokes, folks, because even though there's a tiny gap, Searson will track you. And Xantara's got to kill a middle as well. Oh boy. With the AWP long, you feel like this is still a good round for forZe. But Big are going to give it a go nonetheless. They pull this back from a 3-on-5, and here they come for the retake.
Oh, Xantara's over the top. The seer of smokes. Down in CT, it's the seer's son moving up with this AWP. Close, Jerry gonna deal with him. Xantara's time is running out, and up and over into the crosshair of Jerry. Jerry is looking very, very good today. He's having one of these starts to the day where he's just hitting everything. you know, at times he can be the guy fragging out on forZe.
Yeah.
As well as being the one calling the
And
shots.
forZe already had more of a warm-up as well, and a very, like, going off of the scoreline alone, very easy game earlier on LAN. So, like, they're feeling...
Yeah, it was a 16-5 and like a 16-8 or something like that.
They're pumped up, they're confident, they're ready to go. And if you are, you can head over to Skin Club and get your free $1. Cash that check. Oh, nice spam. CIS sees a bit of a gap. He exploits it, taking Sorted down to 50, but it's still an eco for Big. So yeah, I think that actually plays in massively for forZe, like having a warm-up, like a real official, but also not a difficult one. So now, looking to keep building. Another beautiful smoke for Jerry, but flashing nice as well. Zantara is a tuck in the corner and he can't kill them. Could have been a couple there with everyone flashed out, but
Yeah.
coulda, shoulda, woulda. Didn't.
Oh, and CIS's trying to scout middle. He's done a nice bit of damage through the doors, softening up a few of these players. However, Tabson dead on the short side. And that ping. Oh,
okay.
should have set them up nicely.
All right.
German Deagles, we know that these can get tricky. However, losing CIS down and lower, ooh, leaves it all on Keto. And oh,
Nice.
all right,
That's
a nice
just
little
save.
Yeah,
Honestly.
really gonna give Keto orders like that, Hugo?
Yeah, I mean, he knows. We're alike.
You ground him down after all these years, and now you've reduced him to this.
No, it's just the right call, right? You don't,
Save yourself. Stop saving yourself.
it's not that simple, Harry.
That's like a very borderline Peep Show reference.
It's not funny if you explain it.
Yeah, Hugo,
It's only
but
good for the people that get it. People who don't get it won't get it anyway. They're not going to be like, oh yeah.
you remind me of Mark Corrigan.
That's not a
Hugo.
compliment, Harry. That's actually an insult.
What do you mean, dude? He's an iconic character.
All right, Jez.
I'll take Jed.
Actually, you're more of a Johnson.
I want to be like a super hands. That's what I want to be.
Well, a few more years and we'll get you there.
You're
Harry.
paying to have this snake dry cleaned. Just water Lego in it. Alright, look at this. Keto, Hero AK, pistols for everyone else. But I see Keto within Hero AK, and I start, I start getting nostalgic to some of the big moments we've had out of this guy throughout the event so far. My mind starts turning, going places, seeing faces, Keto. Gonna have to try and save the day here for Big.
Alright, Orb is just waiting to get fed. He's hungry. All the spam, and it gives away CIS. Oh my goodness, blink and you miss.
Well,
They found 4 on long, and everyone's dead, Harry. Sometimes it go like that. The cookie just crumbles.
Hey, I tell you what, this is getting a little scary now, right? Like when forZe were just getting a couple of rounds, it's like you're thinking, well, Big still have a
13
handsome
days,
lead,
yeah.
handsome bunch of gents, everything should be fine. But bit by bit, forZe are grinding their way into this game, and they've got Big right where they want them. The money is constantly getting broken with every round, every rifle round that doesn't pan out for Big is hitting like a 2-for-1 right now for forZe, meaning, in reality, they're one rifle round away from tying this game back up, or at least they should be.
Yeah, the eco's been good for forZe, but not good for Big. CIS blinded out middle. Remember his openers in the T side? I think 5, if not more. Well, right now he's having a tough time to get going, get started on CT. forZe very punishing in middle, just holding in lower, waiting so many of these rounds out as Jerry again drops the hinge smoke. Oh my goodness. Bit of a spam, but Xantares won't go wide enough that he's on the chopping block. Jerry really taking a risk to fight that there. The AWP could be in position, but instead it's back in the car, as is tradition. forZe ready to explode into A if they want. Tizian's long got to deal with this lurk about Mesa. It's going alright for him in this head-to-head. Tabson again on the ramp, but not really the weapon for it. forZe drop a mid to B, but I still think like they want to take this A site, even if they're going to fake things out. Zantares is confirmed and looking to deny any progress into middle. They drop off Cat, so is this it? With Flit and upper, Zantares the slow pre-fire is good, and Jerry gets caught, but Kenzie with a trade leaves Keto alone at B. Flit's going to run right by him. That's a good kill for Keto. Can he take the tunnel? He's going to stay on a limb, on an island. It feels like backing up could have kept that round alive, but instead he fights for the bomb plant. And he gets killed. 2 on 3, big locked out of the site. And that will tempt them back in, but boy, Sisson's far away.
Yeah, and also the only man with any HP, so they still might commit to the save. Oh, that's rough. 12 to 13. I can't help but be impressed with forZe. Like, the resilience that this squad show on a game-to-game basis is just unreal. Like, you know, this is how a lot of forZe games have gone at this event, with their opponent taking a lead early and them having to grind their way back in. Something else that I think is terrifying, and I'm going to actually look up and get some real numbers for here, but it's been impressive enough to notice, and that's that forZe have an incredible ability to like win these man disadvantage rounds. I don't know how they do it so consistently. In that game versus Extra Salt the other day to decide who went to the grand final, forZe's entire comeback on Nuke was like around this idea of constantly, you know, 2vxing your opponents. That round there, they fall a man down. They get into the B site though, and in the blink of an eye, you've got 2 players stepping up, clawing back space, giving you room, and they just flip the script. I'm really impressed with what we're seeing out of the individuals here.
Yeah, forZe are so good at grouping after they get one kill. Like, you know, we talk about like the VP-esque style and just being very punishing, very slow. That's how forZe won even, you know, that second round forZe with the rifles, with the Galils. They get a kill mid, then they group up, they don't give big a trade, and then they just explode with like a huge advantage into what is a bomb site, which will be a 5-on-2. So good at playing their cards right when you give them the right hand, you know? Oh boy. Searson, oh no! He made it out alive. How did he cross back instead of committing? Going towards the A side of the orb. Oh, Tizian jumping. I don't know if that was intentional. Either way, he gets out as well. Big are very lucky in this round, I've got to say. They should not be still standing in a 5-on-5. And, well, they won't be, not for long. Tizian trading a long kill with that 1 AK. Searson's orb very low, looking to hold Catwalk. Reaggressing. This is a key round. This is Big trying to win the impossible. And a spot from Tizian and a headshot to Jerry. Split's got an out middle. That's going to draw Zantares out of position, but if he makes noise, Split will have the rifle to deal with him, and so he does. B is now free. And even though the bomb is up long, Big don't know that. They're doubling back to deal with Flit and mid. Now they realise the flank is coming in on long from Searson. Tizian needs to stay alive, and forZe will get the plant.
Oh no, Searson! That was the chance of chances. That was... this round was meant to get turned on his head, but now Tizian on for the A, stolen away by Searson, of course.
Take that, though.
Yeah, right, they win the round, they'll take it. And Tizian, round of life. He's getting hugs from the team. He's getting love from the team. Because he's just bailed them out of this forZe comeback and helped Big put a little more distance between them. And this CIS showstopper squad.
Yeah, out of nowhere, man. That cat boost back up and he just decks them. Cannot account for that. Hunting down Flit in middle. My goodness, Big. You know, they love making these games hard, right? Like, can't win the easy rounds, but as soon as you give them 1 or 2 guns, they'll get it done. And a double peek! 2 orbs facing middle.
That was the bomb dropped in T-spawn as well. Yeah. Someone does have to go back and get it sometime.
What?
Tabson keeps it in the advantage of Big, and that round out of Tizian has served as a great reminder that Big were the ones in control of this game. They come into this round with a kind of ferocity that they've been lacking. They take control.
That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage,
There's
right?
some flex tape on that bad boy.
Flex tape.
That's a lot of damage.
I do love that clip. I love any like American shopping channel vibe though. But that one is iconic, Hugo. Let's see. CIS. He's trying to be like Flex Tape. He's trying to hold Big together. But the Molotov, another smoke. They save CIS. They don't let him burn. Not today. Not now. Not never. CIS still alive.
Yeah, Jerry's going to try and clear him while Flit holds his shot. If anyone swings, hopefully there's cover for Jerry. Checking the car, checking the corner, and clears out Searson as the flash comes in. I feel like there was no confirmation that Searson was there. He could have crossed out. Could be a fake smoke, but gives it away with a flashbang. And now Jerry crossing, takes some tags. Oh, he's stuck in the middle. They'll make it along. Flit, however, will not. Throwing the bomb in his dying breath, but providing Jerry a chance in the 1-on-3. It's not that easy round. And with that open smoke, Tabson lies in wait. 15 for Big. They took their time. They made us sweat. But they did get there in the end. One more round, and that will be their map pick done. That being said, the one thing this has shown is we have a competitive series showing up today, right? Even if Big managed to close it here and now, we've got forZe's map pick of Nuke coming up next. So this could go anywhere. forZe competitive in this game. More than that. But this buy is going to be a little bit weaker than usual. That being said, forZe, they don't really get deterred by what weaponry they have in store. And they look to take this B bomb site as Jerry fakes out the long position.
Yeah, Xantares, big arse of him in this round, out in the open, just standing there fighting in open ground. Him and Keto knock down all the dominoes of forZe. Jerry, he's out for delivery. He's a long way away, coming in all the way through T-spawn.
And he wants a piece of the action. Sorry, I'm just trying to tie into the dominoes bit.
No, yeah, that's it. I'm glad you picked up on it, Hugo. Yeah, man, this could be the end of the line for forZe here on this map. That's what it's starting to look like. The bomb cut loose by Xantares and Keto. And Keto will be there to solidify the victory for Big. Now 1-0 up in this series that decides who joins Extra Salt in the grand final. The vibes are definitely looking good over in the Big camp.
Yeah, that's a great game out of Big. Like, forZe hold on for a while, though, right? That was a one-sided half with both pistols for Big as well. forZe did do their typical force by winning the second on the T side, but other than that, Big mostly in control. I'm actually super excited to see where this game's going. We got Nuke yesterday against Extra Salt for forZe, and that was like an OT banger as well, if you remember it. So yeah, let's see where this one's going. We've got Nuke up next, but first the desk.
What a game, Big one, but what a game from Jerry. Every time something went wrong, they're like unleashing the beast, releasing Jerry, and he is destroying his opponents. But still, Big are better understood.
Yeah, Jerry was really acting as a true captain, trying to lead the troops and rally them in that potential comeback. Now, for Big, a couple of elements to mention. First of all, Searson was an absolute god on that T side. I talked about the opening kill. I talked about the space he was creating, and he delivered massively on the T side. He had 5 opening kills himself only in 15 rounds, which is completely huge. Now, if we move over to the City side, or the second half of that game, it starts off in a very routine way, forZe winning their force buy. That's starting to be a story for this entire tournament. I'm getting a little bit scared, but the main difference this time is that the B hold from Keto and Xantares was holding strong. That is the main difference with Big. And forZe, instead of really trying to split that B side, were putting all of their eggs in the same basket, trying to burst through tunnel. And twice in gun rounds, which is a lot of rounds, they got completely shut down. Once it was Xantares with the beautiful FAMAS spray from car, and then it was the good crossfire they had with Keto as well with the AWP. So these were the elements that I picked up on that one. That's a good map from Big. It got a little messy, but they still get the W.
And the amount of force buys from both sides all over the tournament, I would say, from all teams. What's wrong with that? Why is it so much of them?
Look, you're asking me a question to the, I want to say, the enigma of Counter-Strike right now. I think it also has to do with online Counter-Strike and the fact that people take more risks, make more plays, and then whenever you have a P250 or a Deagle or a Scout, you might feel a little bit frisky and you go for duels. Also, I think teams have a harder time now seeing it coming and adapt to it. I truly believe that at some point in Counter-Strike, people are starting to build the rounds exclusively for the purpose of beating pistol force buy. That's going to be a thing in the future of Counter-Strike, that you're going to have anti-force round when you see them coming. Because now teams play it as a normal round, and then suddenly you just have a deagle swinging on you, or a scout that you don't see coming, and you can get punished. One man down, 5v4, you take the lead. It's as easy as it is.
Yeah, so that was Dead Ass 2, and the next one won't be easy for either team. It's the nuke by forZe, so see you after the break.
Skin Club, make the right choice.
He's still got a chance for more. Oh, he's got all four. He's gonna fold them together. What? Jumping double. Forged in blood, etched in bone. The safe flow, but rich with everybody's chained up, fists up. He's done shit one. He's still got a chance for more. Oh, he's got all three. Let's just analyze that back. Heart attack, thunder for a soundtrack.
Skin Club, make the right choice.
The first one is done in favor of Big, and now it's the forZe's pick. It's Nuke, and I think after what we've seen on the first one, that won't be easy. And we talked about Big struggling a lot in their defense, especially on that map. Centaurus not knowing what to do on different positions. So what should we expect here?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I have a feeling that forZe picked Nuke not because that's an especially good or excellent map for them, but I think they are banking on the fact that Big are still a little bit uncomfortable on it. I was looking at the stats. I was looking at some of the other maps. I think that another possibility, another pick could have been chosen. Now they go for Nuke So that tells me, knowing they're going to start on the T side, that they have the confidence that they can really put the CT side of Big in shambles. So that's going to be, for me, the biggest question now. Can Big, I want to say, fix the mistakes they've seen in their first few games? That's the third time that Big gets to play Nuke during this event. So you'd think that they are getting routinized. They have the protocols now on the CT side, and it should get better.
Yeah, but they didn't have enough time to fix some of their problems. Of course, the demos were watched and different problems were discussed, but they didn't have time to practice what they need to change in their defense or offense also. And I still think that forZe can take it. They have all chances, especially with this performance from individuals, Jerry especially.
No, I agree with you. forZe definitely have a chance on that Nuke. What they will have to fix is that also, coincidentally, their inside positions. If you remember that game versus Extrasalt abused the A split so many times with good utility usage on her behind bomb side, and life was really hard for forZe on that defensive side. So I'm hoping that they have a solution right here. The man that we have to keep in mind this time is going to be kenzie. He was the one with his rotations from ramp that was truly making a difference against Extrasalt. So I'm going to keep my eye on him. And for Big, actually, it's not really a certain environment. It's more about tabseN and the positions he decides to play outside and the gambles he makes. Because if he finds the kills, if he can read the opponent's game, then that's going to be a very good map for Big.
So I already want to see it, and don't blink an eye. It's the Nuke, commentated by Harry and Hugo.
Yeah, baby. Big fours, and it's forZe's pick. We're on to Nuke. All right. T-side start. And these guys were ferocious yesterday on this map versus Extrasalt. They couldn't get it over the line, but they did make it a banging game. Back out A, and tabseN's here to stay. 4 kills, 4 shots. My goodness. A statement start from tabseN. Flit uses his smoke to grab a USP, but that bomb is still in no man's land. Would love the ace, but that will do. CIS to close, and okay, that's a start. In that game yesterday, we saw a lot of A attacks, especially out of Extrasalt, but really were weak T-sides from both teams. Came to 4-round halves. A really felt like the only place that provided anything for anyone.
I also, Hugo, want to give a little bit of love to our host here, right? Toll.
Sure.
Great guy. Wanted to just give him a shout out and say, give him a follow on Twitter, Toll_TV.
Yes.
Everyone already knows Maniac in like a big way, right? Like, how can you not? If you watch CS, you know Maniac. He's been in the server, he's been out the server. Toll might not be as familiar to some of you folks, but he's a lovely guy.
That is true. Yeah, they're on the Twitter sphere. Oh, kenzie. Oh, it's messy from CIS, and he's not getting any more than one, but even tabseN stole that first kill away from him. Oh, he's looking for more. Dinking onto Flit. Keto moves outside, tabseN finishes
tabseN.
another, and
Excellent.
let the hate flow through you.
Let the hate flow through. I remember when Mr. Burns said that one.
Mr. Burns.
Yeah.
Yeah, from Simpsons.
From Simpsons. Shrimpsons.
Excellent.
Excellent. Do it. That's another Mr. Burns line.
I've never drawn that comparison.
Mr. Burns and the Emperor are very similar characters.
The old Palpatine.
Tension in this round is Palpatine as well. Jerry up on top of the silo with a Deagle. We know that Jerry's Deagle is an exciting prospect. But how exciting will it be in this round here and now, where he's lost the majority of his team, not getting given fights until he is, and tabseN is on for another ace. But who will steal it this time? Who's the rat? Go on. Oh, it's got to be Keto.
See, last time tabseN died, so it's like, you can't get the ace from beyond the grave. But that one, that's unacceptable. That's we'll be having a word with Keto after the game. Obviously not a nice one round by Big. They deal with a force by Harry. Oh my goodness. I thought I'd never see the day. They get rid of the for's second round investment. My goodness. On the T side of all places. Wow. Lack of bomb plants certainly got in the way though. Midnight odds looking luscious for Big. £10 free with code FunSpark. And right now it's all free for CIS, and he's making all the money, and as soon as I say no, forget it.
Oh, well, the force buy didn't work in the second, but maybe the flatten out deco in the third is going to do the job nicely. A man advantage for forZe, and they slip by. They leave outside and they go back into the lobby. Ooh-wee.
Ooh-wee indeed, Harry.
I just realised it's that little Rick and Morty character that says that all the time.
Yeah. Oh, Tizian, timing is everything. He's going to be here, but he's walking right now. He doesn't know if they're out, and they're just getting out. Tizian, oh, the volley, and they're through. Jerry with the dig again. Oh my goodness, Keto's found Zorta in the meantime, but the B site has been taken. forZe all over lower. Keto here to finish the job. Jerry tucked in on the corner though. And he's got help from Kenzie as well. Jerry cleared. Keto should be dead. And he is, leaving Xantares in the clutch. Ramp player is evaporated. Xantares has no kit either, nor a smoke to cause chaos. He's got a force fight. Tap will do it. No one falling for it right now though. Oh no, Xantares has nothing he can do here. Forget the force buy. It's the full eco, the deco that does it instead. Xantares just wants a gun. He can't even get the head. Flit with 2. And that's a massive round for forZe to pick up.
Yeah.
We got a NASA employee in the front seat, Harry. Look on the left.
Wait.
Look on the... he was just in the shot. He's wearing a NASA shirt as well.
Any more NASA boys here?
Yeah,
We got Hugo from NASA. We've got unidentified man from NASA.
The International Trace Station.
That would be Nats. No, it wouldn't. It would be... It's...
Where's the N from?
No, yeah, there was no
Where's
N.
the A from?
There's no of those letters, Hugo. I got it wrong.
Yeah.
Letters are hard.
Wrong's one word
I
for
can't read.
it. There's no words.
I know the alphabet, but only numerically. Oh, look at this. Xantares with the opener.
Indeed.
Keto on the follow-up. Another eco, maybe? Another little force by victory, maybe? Let's see. Out in a ramp for Zorti. With that kill, he's opened up a world of good for forZe. They drop down towards this B site, and for Big, they're now playing catch-up.
On your birthday, when you look under the Christmas tree and you open up a world of good, Harry, what do you find? What's the best world of good you've ever opened?
Some Reese's Pieces.
Ah, yes. I'm more of a sarcophagus myself.
Sarcophagus.
Asparagus on the weekdays.
Asparagus on the weekdays, and well, now it's Flit a ramp.
Oh, he's pissing green after that one.
Zorti, 1v3 in the window. How much is that Zorti in the window? $300 price tag on his shoulders, and there's the swing from Xantares.
Okay. The eco. That's what this game is right now, Harry. Stop buying, stop lying. And they've got it. 3-1. Gotta have fun with it, man. Gotta have fun with it.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if this is permanent. Taps on ramp that round, Xantares in A. Might have just been spawned. Oh, I love that. Oh, little reverse.
What was that? That's like the grapefruit technique.
Exactly. Little reverse. No. Get him out. Get him out. Fired. Fined. Okay,
Can we get fined? I hope we can't. I feel like we would have racked up quite the...
I'm not paying it.
Quite the... I mean, that's the parking ticket technique. Or, no, speeding ticket.
Yeah, usually they clamp your car with the parking.
No, yeah, that's...
They got it right where they want it. If you drive so fast
that
they can't catch you, I mean, you win, right?
You win.
Just outrun the police. I don't recommend that.
Yeah, I don't know if this is endorsed.
Not good.
I think we could get
advice.
fined for this one, Hugo. Or maybe far worse, Kenzie.
Okay.
He's also looking to dish out some punishments on his garage push. Like a parked car, they want to clamp down on him.
Yeah. Xantares not on ramp. This time it's Tizian. We keep seeing that get changed. Just keep an eye on that. Right now, forZe look like they want to explode into A and take that main split from Kenzie. As that smoke fades, here come forZe.
Come on, Keto. Nothing big. Spammed out of the round. Zorti with the opener. The hut. The door, rather. Prime position. Prime real estate to try and take him. With this heaven wrap coming in, Xantares. No, never mind. The heaven wrap's cut down. Kenzie dead outside. Xantares on the rafters, but they're slipping down through the vent right under his nose, down into B. All but one lives down into that B bomb site. Jerry dead back in the lobby to CIS, and a 3-on-3 retake of this lower site now underway.
forZe made a really good round out of this mess, and Flit is, well, painting the wall with bod.
Bod!
I was going to say bodies.
He's got the
bod.
He's got the bod.
He's got the summer bod, and he's out showing us exactly how many packs he has. 6, Harry. That's how
I never
many you
won
need.
4.
Wow, that team. Yeah, you don't want. Yeah, no, I just got that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get out of here. Don't come back. Don't let the door hit you on your way out. Actually, do let the door hit you on your way out. Really hard.
Repeatedly.
As I slam your fingers in the hinge.
In the hinge, not even in the...
I'm almost going too far here. I'm
Yeah.
going to stop, but yeah, good riddance. Bye. 4-1. No, 3-2. getting a bit emotion here, Harry. My goodness. Great round out of Flit. And I love the reaction, right? The entire round there for forZe is an A-take. They're set up in the lobby. They're waiting for Kenzie on the big wrap with those fake smokes. And then Kenzie gets all the way to hell. And then he's forced to take a fight. He gets one. He gets traded. And even though forZe have the A pick and they look like they were about to explode into A, they've lost the wrap that they were waiting for. So they just walk down the vent. They just drop the smoke and they disappear silently. Big don't stop them. So, you know, forZe make, like, even though the plan doesn't go to plan, they have a contingency. They have a plan.
Oh. Look at Kenzie's speed. tabs.in going to trade places with them outside, trying to retrieve some real estate, trying to get some info, but Kenzie's already down. Xantares mollied at the vent. Fire Walker as he sits in it. Good for the double. Dropping the bomb. Almeza, even though he's still alive and still fighting for control of this A bomb site, he's getting wrapped and dealt with big. Swing big for a 4th round.
Okay, this looks permanent, Harry. This looks like set and laid by Big. Xantares is no longer a ramp player. In this game, at least. He has not been on ramp yet. He's been everywhere else but. TCM and tabs.in have both been filling that void. And honestly, like, you know, the one thing I feel like I like that. I never rated Xantares on the ramp. I think he's wasted there.
I was about to say the exact same word, wasted. You know, like
Wasted,
it's
yeah.
I think you can get more out of him elsewhere, especially with how good he is at just holding a spot. I think like ramp is the one spot on the map where that's like not the
you're
kind
not
of player
anchoring.
you need,
No,
right?
You're not anchoring. You're trying to safe fall out B.
I love it. I love this adjustment.
It's a good change. TCM taking it as well, like very safe pair of hands. So no, this is great. This is a good change for Big. And let's see how this continues to work. Oh, the grenade hits him in the face! Kenzie wanted to walk into main, and now that's been denied. tabs.in still can't find him in the smoke. They know he could be garage. And CIS hits a banger, I presume, onto Kenzie. 5 on 4. TCM dropping ramps somewhere out and about, and he's holding on. Re-aggressive for a second as well. Good stuff for TCM, but Jerry and Flitz Deegs are something to be marveled at indeed.
There can't be another 2vx, man. Like, forZe win too many of these as it is. This cannot happen again, right? This is the last thing you want if you're Big. Your money's hinging on this round. It's a chance to really explode into the lead, and you need to seize this opportunity. tabs.in. Oh, tabs.in, they're both there. They locate him in the vent.
Faking the death cam.
They pretend they're running back, but really, they're taking this B-bomb site. They're moving in. Jerry. Oh, nice little tap onto Keto. Leaves CIS with low HP in a 1v2. This might be a forZe 2 versus 4 again. Oh, actually, wait, was it 2 on 5? Yeah, 2 on 5.
Yeah, it was 2 on 5. I was going to say, I was waiting to see if CIS would do it.
It's because like both those kills came in just in tandem,
Yeah.
you know, like bub.
4 from Jerry, though. Big round.
Big
man.
Jerry.
Big Jerry. Big Deegs. And forZe, you just can't count them out on these eco rounds. Like, there's a NASA shirt, Harry. Oh, nice. Get the fans and get the fist bumps going. You missed it, but good stuff. Yeah. They got the support on their side, that's for sure. And here we go. Attack balls for Big. Bit of a breather. Tizian, good ramp hold as well. 2 kills. Reaggresses, dies, but does his job there. But it all gets a little bit orky down below in the depths of the B-bomb site. So yeah, this map, I don't know where the series is going, but after seeing how competitive Dust 2 is, I would not be surprised to see forZe take this victory here. Like, they've been very, very good on Nuke. That being said, I don't think Big are worried about having to play this map, but forZe a lot of little tricks to show us, a lot of A splits. Kenzie's great on these outside lurks. This time he's joined by his teammates though. Crossing to Secret. I'll be cleared, but barely.
Yeah, Jerry is playing the grossest spot available on Nuke. Only really gross players stick up on the T roof and shoot down through the ladder, and that's why you got to love Jerry for it. The grossest to the ball. Damage done from Zorty outside. He'll lock in the round. Him and Jerry walk it over the line. Never even breaking a sweat against the USPs. Rightfully so, as well. Very happy that they didn't encounter any problems there. I don't think I could take it. forZe, man, they really love to stay hydrated. Everyone's got like a few bottles each, a couple of cans with the boys. And the reinvestment back in for Big. CIS really pushing the envelope out with a bit of aggression into the ramp room on his AWP. Over here in main, be a nasty surprise waiting for Tabson as he's fast trapped by Kenzie, and he's even aware and ready to deal with the attempt at the trade out of Tizian. Now CIS's ramp aggro needs to find something. He's just missed that chance there on a player falling back. Xantares having to do the bulk of this round, and here he is in the A-bomb site. New man in this side of the map, Xantares, reinvented, reinvigorated, and saving the day. There's the wrap for CIS, and Xantares, A-site player, no longer burdened with the ramp room.
Who would have thought, Harry? Who would have thought the anchor player, the turret of Xantares is so good in that back bomb site spot?
I love it, Big. I love it. Let Xantares play wherever the hell he wants, man, if this is what he's going to give us.
I wonder, that might change the fact, we have that spot on B named after him, that little rafters spot, but no longer going to be rotating there, maybe from the vent, but it's a shame we might not see that for or as consistently. Even so, great A-hold. That was seemingly impossible with a FAMAS, but he kills everyone. And CIS now with the AWP outside. Kenzie looking to find more timings. If he walks his smoke right now, he's got CIS dead on the other side of red. Kenzie is such a nuisance out here. Falls back to ramp. Tizian jumped up. Oh, Kenzie's dead to CIS, and he does find him eventually, tucked behind main. Now forZe just have to explode and drop B. There's a good flash there set up for Tizian, and he's going to be able to get a lot going. Team kill in the mix as well. They melt in the Molotov. Jerry goes back for the bomb. He's found 2 kills. This has not gone the way that forZe wanted. Jerry's had some great rounds here today, but 1v3 with 15 health. He's even clearing B. There's no one here yet. Citizens and Decon, but Jerry's just climbing above him right now. He's still got a drop to plant. I don't know how you make it out of this one alive. Checking every damn corner won't make a difference when that plant is a warning bell to your opponents. Nope.
Yeah. And so, nice little cleanup. Never really much of a chance for Jerry.
No.
Right? Never really much of an opportunity. Making noise getting down didn't help the case either. It's good that Big are able to convert some of these, clutch rounds or man advantage rounds. Not letting forZe win that one. That's just nice. It's clean. It's what we need to see out of Big. Still a very back and forth game. Like, no one moving ahead in leaps and bounds just yet, right? forZe have kept it competitive with 4 spies. Money for both teams. Not really given a chance to build up yet. So we're not going to have one of these situations where it feels like, one team gets this huge economic boost to their round count where just on the back of weaponry alone, they're able to start to take stuff over the line. I think that's largely in part because these forZe forces can never be discounted. Fast into the A site, quick play, lots of bodies here for Big, but they're all leaving in bags. Oh, CIS and Out of Heaven trying to trade matters back, trying to help out, but they've lost Tamsin in main. The numbers are dwindling for Big, and it might be another force by Classic as they look to come in with a round. Retake Smoke getting lined up. CIS and down on B reads this well, and he's already here with the bomb down now. He can call for rotations. Temporarily, there's a 2v2 available in this B bomb site, and CIS missed opportunity. That might seal the deal on the save.
What a shot from Flip, man. How does he dodge the AWP there? Doesn't want to get aggressive on his own, just waiting for them to commit, and they will not. Like you say, that tag on the CIS is enough to throw in the towel. And nice drop down B. Big remaining very aware of it with event smoke in play. But it's still not there in time to win the round. If they kill Flit, it's go time. forZe, man. They love this A site, they love an eco win. And both of them taken in this round, even though they do end lower. 3 kills on that top site. And then just evaporating. So, where do we go from here? forZe now equal things up on this T side, and this is their chance to really run away with a half after all. Never that easy, though.
I don't know why forZe even bother buying guns. I do wonder, you know, what is Counter-Strike going to look like post Deagle nerf?
You shut that mouth right now.
When it inevitably happens.
I won't even listen to it.
Because I don't make the rules.
No.
I'm not advocating for it. We can just... I don't know about you, Hugo.
Don't talk about
I feel it coming.
Please don't.
And when it does,
No.
you know, the Deagle isn't even going to be usable anymore. You remember what they did to your boy, the CZ? Remember how they massacred your boy? Same with the R8.
I didn't care about the
Don't worry,
CZ
they
nerf.
buffed the Negev. Look at how popular that gun is.
I didn't care about the CZ nerf. I thought it was good. Obviously, everyone thought the R8 nerf was good. The Deagle nerf, man, oof. That will hit me in the heart. That will hit me where it hurts. Let's hope it never happens. I just feel like you're going to go too far if you nerf it. That's my worry. Maybe you could nerf it. Maybe I could nerf it. But I feel like if Valve nerf it, they'll go too far and they'll just delete it. Deagle now has 1 shot per mag. You know?
Deagle now has a 50% chance to backfire and kill the...
I'm, you know, body damage nerf, maybe. A little bit. But I still want it to be a 3-shot kill to the chest, you know. A bit spammy. I get not wanting a 2-bullet kill. I get that. But hey, it's not my decision. I don't have to think about it. I just have to react when it happens. And that's way easier. Because boy, pressure's on. Not just for Valve, but also for forZe. They're coming into B and the AWP is here. CIS. They're going to boost up for the corner maybe. No, they molly instead. There's a shot.
Yeah, that's juicy. Another one. Double up out of CIS. Tabson now retrieving the AWP. Tabson, no stranger to the AWP. Guy used to love getting his hands on this gun. So let's see if he is able to deliver the goods with it.
Oh, Kito's going to get this info. He's going to see them coming back up. Will he be there in time? Heaven spot as well. Oh, knives out. They're running fast. Kito drops the smoke. 15 seconds. They have to go through. They do not have a choice. Kito won't live, and they need the plant right here, right now. Kito, 1 kill would have done it, and same story for Xantaros, but neither of which can hold the line. My goodness. Tabson lining up the Heaven retake flash. Tizian dodges the nade. The second, not the molly. Needs the flash now. Molly fails. Tizian's out, but he's also dead. And Tabson now must save the AWP. Great flick. But it's a forZe round. Almeza with a 3-piece. And yeah, like, nice try from Big. Really, I love the idea of putting CIS in there and Tabson telling him, you know, if CIS is alone, he goes for 1 shot, he probably backs out. But Tabson tells him, man, just die with it. Go for as many as you can. CIS picks up 2. Tabson grabs the AWP. but then forZe leave B. And even with that smoke down for Quito, felt like it was enough. They flash him through, and forZe make the best of a bad situation. A lot of grit for forZe to win that round. Was not as easy as it looked. Go on, give the man a fist bump. There it is. So yeah, just trading rounds right now. Just everyone on the board.
Kind of a shame for Quito over in main, right? I feel like. Oh, hang on a sec. I want to hold my thought because we got the little run boost employed. tabseN and CIS have been doing this occasionally, but we might not even get to see it play into the round because the A site is already overran. Flip, continuing to put up numbers, has just sealed the deal. This is a forZe round over in the blink of an eye. We saw the run boost come in, and then the round was done. And they lose tabseN trying to save, and now there is just one man trying to save, and that man is CIS, the run boosty. Any boosties in chat? CIS, maybe he'll save, maybe he won't, because you bet your bottom dollar that forZe are going to come hunting for this AWP.
Oh, the smoke as well. That's not nice, is it? CIS is going to respond with one of his own, but just got to dump his grenades right here and hope for the best. They're coming from all sides, all angles, and he will die. Jerry, in form today, a swift headshot to close the round. And yeah, after nearly dropping 30 on the first map, he is here to stay. He is here to make this a 3-map affair.
Yeah, big. They partial buy in this round, right? It's really, it's like a safer call to make, less of a chance to win out the half, but a good opportunity in round 15, and still in with a chance here, the penultimate round of the half. But as you try and talk him up, as you try and give them credit, forZe take everything away. The A site still held on to by CIS, but the numbers dwindling. And, well, now the A site belongs to forZe. So,
I see that coming every time. I always...
Oh, dear.
Yeah, don't worry, just making holes in my wall, Harry. That's fine.
Yeah, that actually is a little hole.
Yeah, good job. I'm going to suggest you keep your distance from the lights, because that's maybe the 5th time that's happened. Very well done, if I say so myself.
All right, you can bill me for the wall.
Oh, I will.
How much do you reckon that will cost?
At least $5,000. At least.
$5,000? I'll do it right now. You got any filler? I'll fix that wall right up. Well, I do apologize, Hugo. I don't mean to.
Cast the game.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Watch out for that light.
Yeah, I will stay well and truly away from the light. tabseN, dealing with Flip. Breaking a hole in the wall of the offense, forZe, and going one step further.
Yeah, 3 on 5. Oh my goodness, they're getting crept, swept, and pushed to the side. Big. No way they can lose this one, surely. But we've seen 2v5s before. 1v5s, however, a whole different ask here for Almeza. Make the most of it. But a re-smoke down, insult to injury. And they're pushing Kita in the smoke.
This is looking good for the 7-8 half, though. Right, this is exactly what you wanted to see, this recovery. Almeza, they don't want to let him get away with it. Now, he shouldn't.
Why?
In no world should Almeza get away with this. And so he won't. Big 7-8 at the end of the first half of play. forZe keeping it competitive, keeping it close, and trying to take us to a third. Find out if they can get us there in just a moment.
Bring on the wall!
I'm sorry, Hugo. I'll fix the wall.
Stop talking about the wall. But bring it on, forZe.
I can't believe I actually put a hole in your house.
It's massive, Harry. You can stick your whole arm through this. 8-7. forZe up in the lead on their map pick. Stop, Harry. Stop.
It's freaking me out though, man. This isn't a problem I've ever had to deal with while casting before. Destruction of property, that's like a criminal offence.
Yeah. The police are on their way.
No. Oh.
Big setting up for an A take. Lots of util. forZe looking for the 3-map affair. And winning on their half. Winning on the T side of Nuke after getting 4 rounds yesterday. Oof. This is a vast improvement. Are they going to drop Vent with that smoke? Jerry has a CZ, which can be a blessing and also a curse. Which one will it be? Door open, and the blessing is in. Jerry with 1, and now he curses them with more damage. That torrent not going to be able to trade, and Jerry running out of ammo, but he might not need any more bullets with his teammates here. He shut the door in their face. Killed by tabseN, 2 on 4, on planted. CIS trapped down behind the site as well. Nade, but he's dead anyway. And tabseN long way away from winning this round. They're going to be on the defuse already. 8 now made. 9, no force needed by forZe. They win the pistol this time.
So what does that mean for this second round, the attempt at the conversion? With a bomb plant, I wonder if we're going to get a force buyout of Big, right? I'm talking, you know, Galil's in play, maybe a couple of AKs dropped over. Definitely interesting ways you can jiggle this money around now. And so they will take the force buy. And indeed, we do have, you know, a couple of rifles, literally 2 of them. Scout on CIS, but when he's bringing out a scout, he's incredibly deadly with it. So keep your eye on CIS in this round. We'll have Zorti to go up against in this long-range bout. Oh, look at this from Flit. Through secret, flashed in by his teammates, punishing the outside play, but it's 1.5. A lot of damage done. Softens up the kill, allowing Zorti to get it in the first place. forZe have kept this in the advantage, and they take it one step further. Xantares and Tizian left alive. Not impossible. Not easy either. Somewhere in between. Damage done on Zorti, playing behind the AC vent. But out with the swing, he nails the shot on Xantares. It's just this lobby lurk from Tizian that, yeah, they haven't seen, but it's very, very late in the round now. They're expecting anything, they're ready for anything, and forZe reach double digits.
Yeah, it's their game to lose now, right? They're in full control. They've got the momentum, they've got the money, bigger eco, and it's their map pick on the favoured side. Like, you know, what could go wrong at this point, you'd like to say? Non-ironically, though, for real. forZe looking to finish first, and Big with only pistols, not much behind this round. Harry, take a seat, would you?
Yeah, I'm going to sit down.
Harry just almost fell over, standing still. He's standing straight up, and he almost fell over. You wanna explain the gravity behind that, Harry?
There's just too much gravity. So
Yeah,
you ever get
getting
overwhelmed
pulled down,
by the gravity?
getting sucked to the
well, me and
ground.
you have a theory, right? Big Moon theory.
Yeah.
If you remember this, we were coming
No.
up with it last night.
I don't think
Hugo.
this is a theory, Harry. Big moon.
Big Moon theory. Our belief is that the moon is
your
actually a lot closer than folks make out.
What are you talking about, honestly?
Oh, just the idea. And like anything's possible on the internet, people would find ways to link it in and be like, he's right! The moon's right there, we can almost grab it with our bare hands.
Well, CIS's gone pretty high up in this round. He's gone to the silo. 2 those stars. Kito's gone early, though, in the lobby, and CIS's dropped off outside, so Xantares getting a trade into the hut. Jerry putting distance between himself and those HE grenades that are flying in. CIS finding a follow-up, finally outside, killing Flit. What will Big do with his advantage now? They're going to group up on the ramp room. It's been emptied out. Salty's left to try and clear outside. In fact, everyone's here for forZe. They all want to find CIS, get him out of this position. But the bomb's crossing with him. So Jerry, on low health, has to be careful.
Jerry just spotted, just seen by tabseN. Do they want to try and take this fight while they've got it? No, instead they go in through main, losing the bomb to Almeza. Jerry's still here to offer up assistance and catch them as they try to get into the A site, and just by being alive is enough of a problem caused. Then after one, but zorty trades it back out, and now Almeza is looking like he wants to push main. He's crept in. Don't know about CIS in this position, and so Almeza's caught by surprise. zorty's scout dropped into the site, and CIS's going down the vents. TiZian takes that opportunity to close the round there and then, and puts another on the board for Big.
Got a bit scary there, didn't it, with some of that re-aggression from forZe. Jerry holding on for a long time outside, but that spot is so unfortunate for him. I mean, it goes both ways, right? He knows they're there. He can set up zorty with the info from heaven. But even though they're trying to fight that last man alive, CIS has taken the bomb B, so nothing could have gone wrong there for Big. 11-8, and Big just trying to hold on at this point, trying to break that money before they really consider this comeback. And this round will be the round to do it. forZe, nothing left up. And so a must-win round to keep this lead, otherwise Big will be biting at your ankles, nipping at the heels. Deep smoke being set up in the ramp room, cutting off Trophy. Big throwing the outside smokes in. Flitz here again. He was dead to CIS last time around. This time he's going over the boxes. CIS, will he be ready for that angle? It's a weird one. Yes, he will. Another opener for CIS, of course.
So good at opening kills, man.
And it's A. Oh, no, it's not. Two players walked into main, and then they double back outside. zorty's B with the AWP this entire time.
And now Jerry hasn't seen anything, and so he's let his teammates know that actually this A-bomb site is a little bit quieter than forZe anticipated. zorty, he's only really had a scout so far on this CT side, so now finally entrusted with an AWP. Getting peeked, lives to somehow fight another day in the vents, and finally traded by CIS. Keto opens up into the B-bomb site, and now Big are eyeing up a 9th round. Jerry down through the vents, and Almeza rotating through ramp side. They're looking to split in for this retake and give it a go. Jerry on the decon swing, the door now open, they know about him, they're pressuring ramp as well, they're sending a man up, tabseN pushing in, holding close, and Almeza no idea that he was there all along. Just Jerry remaining, and even though he gets one on the exit, he's got a kit. Just getting the AWP. Bye.
Jerry saw tabseN on the mid ramp, I think it was tabseN. He called it, but I don't think the other ramp retaking player realized he was pushing up. That's awkward. And Big, again, converting yet another round. All right, CIS winning the fight v zorty, who feels like he's trapped in the vents. And they're not even trying to wrap him, they're just waiting for the repeat. Good patience from Big. And zorty kind of just feeds them at that point. tabseN had already crossed past vent towards the double doors, and Big are holding on to this game. With this AWP save, there's always hope in rounds like these for forZe. We know that. This is where, in theory, Big should get double digits. So, not quite a done deal yet for forZe. tabseN made it down. And there's more to join him outside as well with those wide smokes. Xantara's moving behind them and the bomb in tow.
Right, I'm looking at the guns and I'm thinking, there's no way that Big can lose this round.
Exactly.
There's just no way,
Exactly.
right? But, and it's a very big but.
Oh,
indeed.
thank you. I'm doing a lot of squats lately.
These rounds have always gotten scary. No exception to that rule. This one is 4-on-4, and the AWP, the best gun in the round for forZe, was the first to fall. And so hopefully that sets up Big nicely, and Xantara's has just alleviated all of my worries. I'm no longer scared. Xantara's has kept me safe. What a gentleman. Up into this A-bomb site for Big. Dodging Jerry, not giving him a chance in the 1-on-3. And so they might finally convert one of these. Big eyeing up double digits of their own.
Yeah, he hears the plant, but there is cover from Tabson, so no kills, no freebies, no guns being gifted. Jerry's going to go outside and look for a weapon. Can he find this drop door? Or anything for that matter? Galil, ugh. Really? Is there a rifle anywhere? Is there an AK? Can I grab a real gun? Or Citizen might not let you here in the garage. Oh! What a tight angle. No room to move for Jerry and denied on the save. Okay, Bigger believing all over again.
Mate, and here's the weird thing for like these two teams is like throughout this event, both of them have been really good at embarking on comebacks. Like both of them have been resilient and finding a way to grind themselves out a victory when really they shouldn't. If you want to find yourself a victory without having to go through the grind, exclamation mark Skin Club in chat, get a whole free $1.
Yeah, and now another eco for forZe, another low buy. Like, again, I can't stress this enough. These rounds are very scary. But Big, look at the preparation. They're getting rushed lobby, and they're all on the roof. They're not falling for it. Everyone's in a position to deal with it from above. And so the lobby crunch, a nice idea, but Big could not have set up better for that round. And wow, that's the quickest force buy we've seen. Just done, just over. forZe don't long it out and make that one interesting and put it in a 2v2. They're just swept aside by Big. And now we come into another important rifle round that will decide everything here in this second map.
I hope we get 3. I hope forZe can put a stop to this, right? Because I think, you know, while I'm happy that we're getting Big back to form, right? We're getting the legendary German-Turkish squad starting to look so damn good again. It will be sad for forZe to have battled through versus two of the best teams at this event in their opening games. You know, made it through the upper bracket, and then, you know, losing to the two teams they had to beat to get to the grand final. That would be heartbreaking. They would have been gatekeeped out of this one.
Especially in the way that triple boost.
Oh, the triple boost. And CIS, yes, he
can't
is.
Look over too
yeah,
far.
That's the problem. You can't look for too long either. You've got to be quick in this. And there's the kill. CIS up on the boost.
My goodness.
Delete split in heaven. And now you better believe the Bigger heading into this A-bomb site. He needs someone else to step up and be the hero. Almeza and Jerry are looking good to do that. They repel the A play. And it's a big look for answers elsewhere, but with Kenzie tucked in left at ramp going unchecked, it's all but falling apart. CIS trying to save the day, trying to make it feel doable, and he's done it with the Deeg! Beautiful from CIS, and while he's nailing 3 at ramp, you've also got Keto. Well, yeah, it's 2 at ramp. I forget. He gets 1 on the boost. But you get what I mean, right?
Keto killing 2.
Keto gets 2 out towards the A side of the map. That's brilliant. I don't know how they turned it around.
I don't know what happened, Harry.
I'm freaking out.
That looked over. That was finished. Kenzie had the offhang. What? Keto kills 2 in A. Okay, cool. We take that. It felt like Big weren't really ready to rush A either, right? Like they just got denied after that heaven pick by the guy at the back of the site. Nice double nade. Good move from forZe. Keeping CIS honest. Yeah, what is going on? I love the boost from Big. They've got plenty of them. Yeah, no, just to finish your point that I was going to make before, you know, that boost happened. Yeah, it would suck for forZe, especially considering that extra salt game yesterday, man. That was anyone's game. That was OT on multiple
they could have been in the final. Like, you know, if just even like one round had gone different.
Yeah.
Okay, how's he managed that? How's he managed to get 1 out of that situation? Don't know. Zorty now stepping up to the plate, but armed with only a USP. I don't know, man. As good as these pistols have been, he shouldn't get anything done.
Yeah, we haven't seen anyone manage to shut out eco rounds so easily in this tournament against forZe. Big have been the first team to manage to do it, and they do it with style and finesse. 4 alive, another eco gone, forgotten about, over. But is that enough? Because now we got the big guns coming in, and I don't mean for the German side, but the Russians instead, after attack timeout. This could be their last couple of rounds of the tournament, right? Better make it worthwhile.
Yeah, it's just problematic, man. It's felt like a bit of a balancing act in terms of, keeping your accounts in check. The forZe buys have not been finding the same success as you're saying. Big looking like the team that's finally able to break them apart. forZe, man, remember this journey, man. And remember how it all started with victories over the likes of VP, Complexity, unable to get past NA's finest. And now on their map pick versus Big, they might have been sporting a lead. Things have since turned sour at 13-11. Big are on path to secure a spot in these grand finals over forZe. Unless we can have anyone. It can be anyone on this forZe squad as well. Like, you've got some more consistent names in there. You get big moments out of like Flit and Kenzie a hell of a lot. We've seen like big ace or like 4K rounds out of Jerry. He's great in these high pressure scenarios. Just anyone to step up, to make the magic happen, to get us believing again.
Oh, moving into this A split. It looks like a quick one. The Molly's going to cut off credit. Keto comes in on main with an entry. Split too late. Almost drops the bomb. That could have thrown this round into disarray. Instead, it's disappointment for forZe as Jerry's alone. He needs something massive. Oh, tabseN, low HP. Jerry can't finish him. Now tabseN flashing off and CIS and running with his Neeg outside. He's dead. There's still hope yet for Kenzie in the clutch. As he goes up and over. Oh no! The spam! And he gets on his head to try and boost up. You never see anyone plant there for that exact reason. And it's tabseN's undoing with low health. Kenzie peaked and Tizian with the round. Oh, I love the idea to jump on the planter's head. Look at Keto. To jump on the planter's head and take that fight. But that is bait. Like, you're killing your teammate by doing that. You're just confirming, yeah, spam this spot, Kenzie, and win the round. But Tizian, he makes up for it. He swings wide.
He does make up for it at least, right?
But no, like you see everyone spam. Every main player, when they're not being given the fight, will spam that because, like, hey, maybe I'll get a kill. Never works. That's like one of the first times I've actually seen it come through. Woo! Still under control and still out of money on forZe. They've got the rifles, they've got a kit, but no AWP. Molly's already all gone, all used. Big have had an answer for everything.
Yeah, saddest part is for forZe, right? You've put everything on the line in this round here and now. And look at what you've got for it. Couple of scout, a scout, couple of Famises, couple of M4s, no Molotovs, and a kit on Zorti. So your ability to like slow down and execute into a bomb site here is non-existent, really, if you're forZe. Like, you're relying on gunfights to be the thing to slow the pace of Big, to deny map control. And Big are responding to this situation well by taking it low and slow, knowing that you don't have the staying power if you're forZe.
They did it. Did they do it? I saw them start.
Not that they were going to,
yeah,
but
maybe they just fell off of it already. But no kill, no early advantage. Flit getting curious. Will he find tabseN here? Sat behind main. Oh, he saw him going back, but that was his undoing. tabseN with a pick outside as the lake smokes come down. It's not even the main split. They're taking ramp. Kenzie on the boost. Good for one. And that doesn't feel like enough as Big backup. Zorti regains this ground and tabseN gets ready for an A split when 2 out of 3 players safe. Jerry gone and CIS helps out with another shot to keep tabseN standing. Zorti with the scout beats the impossible and he gets volleyed, pushed out, flick missed, and it's everything going well for Big. 3 for tabseN on his luck, and 15 found. The grand final is within 1 single win.
And hell, man, we might not get that forZe Extra Assault rematch, but we do get Big looking to be in good form, taking on one of the more exciting teams in Extra Assault here. In a best-of-5 grand final.
Which is a super interesting one, considering they got destroyed by Extra Assault on the opening game. So will they recover? Will they look any better? You can only presume so with what we've seen out of Big in this tournament. Warming in, getting better every map. And now they've got to close one.
Yeah, just to get it over the line. Just 5 kills, that's all they need. 1 kill each would do it.
Easy, right?
And this is the best chance that they're going to have to get this game over the line. Right here, right now. A weakened buy on forZe, but the opener secured by Clip. That's the start that forZe wanted. And it sent Big back out of the lobby and looking for answers elsewhere.
Yeah, Sorty's really scouting heaven. That's the majority of the outside control we've seen, other than Flitz sometimes aggressing. But with his kill and the 5-on-4, Flitz giving it up, relying on the scout instead. Big could just creep into main. They've got the util going in at A, but look at the stack for forZe, right? So heavy on this A side. Big go through the smoke. They creep CT. The scout, it's peeking wide, but it's not seen anything until it's already too late. Keto now with hell control. Ramp player doesn't want to give it up. Kenzie. Oh, it's Almazer instead, pushing the hub, finding taps and trying to hunt Kenzie, but he's always got an offhand for something. Good for a kill, and opens up a pathway into B. Trying to cut off the rotator CIS and catching players coming down the
Xantares might be dead here.
They already made it.
They're already down. They're already in the B site. Xantares has got to do so much all alone, and CIS is bloody far away coming in on this ramp. Xantares, with his death there, that will seal the deal. forZe keep fighting. Big, a bit of a blunder. That bomb in the lower site all alone. You understand what they're trying to do, right? You see the idea, but the idea just doesn't work with players already getting down the vent.
They're making the best of a bad situation, right? That push from Almazer into Hut combined with Flick's advantage really left Big in a problematic position. So they're going for some weird pathing, right? Like outside to hell to B. A lot has to go right for you there if you're Big. forZe hold on with another broken buy and 3 alive as well, hopefully securing some guns off the ground. They don't find an AUG. Zorty's got a scope instead on the AUG. Big with a bit more money left up, not going to be ecoing here. Got to watch out for these A stacks that forZe have now started employing. 3, if not 4 players there at any point in the round. Down vent for Tizian.
Okay, all right. Tizian's trying to make the round that much more exciting by moving in towards B. Xantares holding on to lobby. And while this is all going on, don't forget about Tizian. Still sat on his laurels waiting for rotations. And the timing just missed by Zorty, who's now making noise. Tizian hears him, turns around, 5-on-3. forZe, the numbers just lacking for the retake. Try and keep this going. To try and keep the chance of overtime and a grand final placing alive. They've now got to beat all of Big, all 5 bodies, which is 2 of their own. Flit, the last man standing, 1v5, and CIS locks in the grand final for Big, 16-12. They lock in Nuke, and now they go on to face Extra Salt. This grand final has just gotten very, very exciting with Big showing promise, looking like they're in good form, looking like they're getting back to the Big that we knew and loved in the summer of 2020.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to give a lot of credit to forZe in this event, though. They've had some huge wins, right? Taking Big all the way. Extra Salt as well got them so close in that semi yesterday, I guess, and even beating VP and Colt as well. So some big names for forZe to take down, and I think they're going to be pretty happy with how this tournament went out. For Big, grand final, map advantage for Extra Salt.
Ooh, yeah, it's juicy. Yeah. It's juicy. It's looking good for NA, right? In that regard, NA, South Africa, you name it. It's looking good for Extra Salt. That's all for this game, but we still have the analyst Maniac and Todd to talk us through this one. So what did you gents make of it?
Congrats to Big, great job, but there was a good round for forZe during the tournament. They did some awesome upsets, but still they are grinding.
Yes, forZe have absolutely nothing to be shy about in this tournament. Their run was very commendable. If we focus on Nuke for a second here, I truly think that forZe were banking on Big having issues on their CT side, and that was the main reason why they picked Nuke. And to an extent, it worked. If you look at the T side from forZe and their ability to win rounds, and when they were outnumbered, it's actually insane the amount of rounds they get. But what they didn't see coming, or what they forgot, is that Big can play Nuke on the T side. If you look at the last 3 or 4 rounds that Big are using, there's so much finesse in what Big is doing. You have the triple boost from Surson where he grabs the kill. You have that slow bait smoke with taps and kills, the information taking outside of secret. You have that vent dive with Tizian, and then the ramping. There are so many cards that Big can use, and they dominated their T side from start to finish.
Yeah, and also in the individuals, when Xantares made a couple of kills, serving along on A side and etc. Yeah, and these looked like possible map for forZe. Especially if we remember how much times did Centaurus, Tapson, Searson get with his anti-frag just ruining their plans. But still they lost and it's 2-0. But still good job from forZe. What should we expect tomorrow? Big against a strong opponent. It's a rematch. They left Train before and lost it totally.
Yeah, and it's a best of 5, so it's going to be a real challenge in terms of map pool. And in that regard, I believe that Extra Salt, they have what it takes to fight a team like Big on a potential best of 5. They've played a lot of tactical maps. My worry is just that this seems like Big very activated. You know what we talked about in the pre-show, like the time for trial and tribulation and testing setup feels like it's over for Big. Everyone is hitting their shots. Zentaris has had the biggest resurgence if you compare the beginning of the tournament to now. He was struggling at first when they tried all these setups. Now he's just straight up styling on his opponents. He's again very fierce, very dangerous. On top of that, you have Tapson and Surson. You have the triangle of doom for Big. So for Extra Salt, even though they come in with a map advantage, I truly believe that it's going to be a hard ordeal to beat a team like Big that's playing good Counter-Strike.
So I'm happy that we're having this rematch. We will have a lot of terms to speak about tomorrow because we've seen a couple of games between these teams. And see you tomorrow, guys. But it's all for today.